Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's up, Jess?
Episode number 30. What a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for being on this journey with us. For you guys that have been with us since day one. First on audio, and then on YouTube, which audio, by the way, continues still to be our biggest platforms. We're grateful for that. It's okay that you guys don't watch the YouTube as much as you do the audio, but I understand that you guys are at work and you guys probably squeeze it in between, breaks, or when you get a minute at work, or whether you're somebody that a homemaker that stays at home and is listening to something positive, or you're doing this, friends of ours that support us, whatever it may be. Just thank you for coming along on this journey with us. We're 30 episodes in. We're way past 1,000 downloads now. It keeps growing by the day. We're very, very pleased of how everything is going, and I'm glad that we're building an audience. That just shows us that what we're doing here, it's not in vain. People are listening, and even if it's a handful, that's all we ask. Right now we're a few. One day we'll be many, and I think the world will be better off for it. So, thank you. Episode 30, Dave.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30, brother. We made it, man. Thank God.
And while you're doing that, I'm looking up some information on what you just said, because, shout out to my listeners, our listeners in Canada.
Canada, yeah.
So
they've always been, they're a bit flip-floppy because we've had them and then we lose them and then they come back. But listen, thank you. Even we love your flip-flopping asses. Stay with us, Canada. I know you got Jordan Peterson over there, but we might got something. We might have something new to say. We're tackling things from different perspectives here, so we love you, man. Anybody that tunes in, we love you, man. We do this from the bottom of our hearts. We don't do it for accolades. We don't do it for money. We don't do it for nothing like that. Just information that we think everybody is entitled to. We're just waking up people to their own birthright gifts that were given to us when we came here, and so that's all we're really trying to do. We want to wake people up to their own fucking potential and their own goddamn power, which is beautiful.
Yeah, 1,080 downloads proves it. I see we have quite a few out there, so
beautiful.
We don't do it for. I don't do it for that kind of stuff. It's just we're here to support, and it's great. We have fun. I do it for the free booze and all the computers.
The big guy works for booze, so it makes it pretty easy for me.
Anyways, it's good to be back.
Yeah. Should we get right into this bitch today, bro?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or did you have any little announcement that you wanted to celebrate? Any things? I know there's a couple of things. I don't know if you want to mention them.
I decided what I'm going to use for the NFT. I could use the artwork that I have in the current show.
Okay.
So I am going to put some new creative stuff that we currently have in, and I'm going to share it pretty soon, in a week or two.
Just so you know that we're not out of touch, I know NFTs have taken a dip, but they are coming back, according to solid sources, in a big way. Correct?
That is correct.
We're not out of touch. I understand they've taken a fucking dip because of the dollar, or
the value of the dollar.
The value of the dollar. That's the way it was explained to us. So this is not our lane, but the big guy dabbles in art, and so he knows some people that are prominent in the NFTs, and it's gonna be coming back in a powerful way. So just heads up for whoever else holds a space in that platform.
We're gonna try something new.
Yeah,
so I'm excited. Can't wait.
So anyways, we're gonna get right into it. I don't have much to to speak on, except for the fact that I'm alive. It's a beautiful day. My life gets better and better every day. I feel like I'm walking around like a fucking Disney character. I feel enchanted every moment of every day. I see God in everything that I do and everything that happens to me. And I think me and Dave are gonna get some hats made that says God's favorite, because that's how I feel. And if you don't feel like that, shame on you.
I want a shirt that says bougie.
Oh my God.
Hey, speaking of great, great time yesterday. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah. Me and Dave had a pretty great night. Didn't start off that way, but
long story
with
short,
the power of optimism and perspective, and optimism and just being present in the moment and allow it to unfold how it should. It started rocky. It was a beautiful end to the night. It was very surprising how the night ended. You know, we won't get into it because there's some things we can't talk about. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
I was just very happy to have the interaction I did, with this person, and I'm thankful for that. And I think something good is going to transpire from it. It's just great how times change and people evolve, and it's awesome.
anyways, we're gonna get into it. Episode 30. We are titling this "We Control a Legion."
Control or command?
Oh, we command a legion. Thank you for correcting me. I was just having a brain fart. I was like, is that what we discussed?
Nice.
We command a legion. Episode 30 of the Enabler podcast.
Command.
Command.
Sounds like
such a fucking powerful.
Sounds like a thrust.
Right? Command is not well, maybe you're fucking degenerate mind. To me, it just sounds like commanding a fucking army. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A legion of fucking people that are willing to fucking die for you, bro. Or you know what I mean? Entities that are willing to die for you, and they live and die for you. And it's a beautiful thing when you really buy into the concept of what the fuck you really are and what you possess, and when you have the capability of doing, which is, by the way, the last thing that the powers that be want you to realize. They don't want you to wake up to your own fucking greatness, to the fact that God is not above us, He is not around us, He is in us. This alone is all the proof that we need. Once that breath leaves the body, we're just a carcass. God is in us every single day. God, the moment you wake up you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, that's God for you. Now, a lot of people think God's out here doing miracles and stuff like that. He ain't doing miracles like that no more. It's on us to get to it and make the miracles happen for ourselves. He provides the life force for us to get up every morning and become what we want to become and strive to be better people. And I'm not talking about materialistic possessions. I'm not talking about accolades. I'm not talking about
a new Rivian.
Yeah, I'm not talking about most things that people chase nowadays and
Materialistic things.
Not that, but just like the accolades and
the things society.
The fame.
Yeah.
The things that society nowadays deem to be
success. That's right.
We're talking about the other shit, the shit that's fallen by the wayside, the shit that has led us to crazy amounts of homelessness, because basically we've had a deterioration in what's been known to us as humankind. We're deteriorating as a species. Do you know that we're the only species that actually builds cultures that are actually detrimental to us? No other animal, living animal, builds surroundings or environments around them that are detrimental to their health. We're the only species that does that. Did you know that?
The only mammals.
The only mammals that do that.
Wow.
Yeah, we've come a long way, but it's not by any fault of our own. It's like we've been lied to, we've been indoctrinated, and like I've said in the past, whatever's happened to us when we were young is not our fault. But as adults, it's 1,000,000,000% our responsibility to unfuck ourselves and everything that was taught to us that was bullshit. We gotta fucking educate ourselves. We gotta chase salvation like it's our fucking number one priority. We gotta continue to evolve. The universe doesn't give a fuck about you being happy, being rich, having a nice body, none of that shit. But the beautiful kicker is that once you get yourself in line, all these things just come as, what's the word I'm looking for?
They come in abundance.
No, they come as a result of.
Oh, as a result.
Yeah, you get yourself in line, all these other things come in result of, you know what I mean? So strive to do that. Anyways, let me unpack a bit the title of episode 30.
Let me say something first. All this that you mentioned about, knowing these things or buying into it, before any of that, these things just don't present themselves. It takes, I mentioned it before, stopping and taking a break from society, from life and all of that, and unplug and stop and smell the roses. I like that term because if I remember where I heard it, I'll share it with everyone and where it comes from and why I was driven to it. But you essentially did that. You stopped, you smelled the roses, and you took the time. You read, you educate yourself, you get knowledge, and you find these things. It's no mistake why you find these particular gems. It's because you were drawn to it somehow, and now that you have it, then it allows you to get into the idea, to get into the belief, and it expands. So I think that has happened first.
Yeah, I agree with you on a part on that, and then another part, like you know, just to allude back to the conversation we had prior to recording.
Yeah.
I feel that at certain points of this podcast, some things that come through me are not knowledge that I possess, but I do believe that there's entities, there's spiritual entities that transmute through me. We're conduits to, you know, through some of the information. Some stuff I read, a lot of stuff I read and I'm not able to retain. It's just a lot of information on a daily basis.
You're right. That's why I would say some.
Yeah, some.
Yeah, some.
So I can't allude to me being this knowledgeable person with an abundance of knowledge and wisdom. But a lot of things when I center myself right come to me, and they come through me, and I'm a conduit through the information. It's like there's spiritual entities that are always looking for a nice clean vessel to transmute through.
Yeah.
It's like I gave them the analogy, like if you were to rent a beer, what are they called?
Airbnb.
Airbnb. And you show up and the fucking place looks janky, it's a fucking mess, it's dirty, it hasn't been kept up. Kind of puts a different taste in your mouth for that weekend that you were planning to spend, you know, with your loved ones or with your family.
It's your day one.
But when you go to a place that's so fucking clean and immaculate and furnished right, and the energy's right, the feng shui has been, taken into consideration, and the views are amazing.
Feels good.
You want to continuously want to try to make the attempt to come back to this place.
Oh yeah.
Because it feels good. Same thing when we clean our vessel up and we become open to the idea of entities or information being downloaded to us from whatever you might want to. I don't know where the information comes from, but it does come through us. And it's like when you have a nice clean vessel, the knowledge will appear. The words will find their way from your mind to your mouth, and it will hopefully be captured in these podcasts that we do. But anyways, to allude back to the actual title, what's the word again?
We command.
We command a legion. Just real quick, before the show started, I asked Siri a question, and she was able to answer it for me, and I have it here, so I'm going to go back to it.
Source is Siri.
How many cells do we have in the human body? The answer to that question is the human body consists of trillions of cells, each capable of growth, metabolism, response to stimuli, and with some exceptions, reproduction. That's the legion that I'm referring to. Trillions, not millions, not billions,
That's a lot.
but trillions of cells. That's your legion, and you are its God. Whenever you speak negatively about yourself, whenever you have some type of complex about yourself, about some type of inferiority, not feeling enough, not feeling like you're worthy of love, not feeling like you're worthy of a better job, a better family, more love, every single one of those trillion cells is listening to what you're saying, to what you're thinking, and it's only going to respond accordingly. So when you speak, when you think, be very wary of the conversation that you are having with yourself, because the cells do not know any better than to assume that what you're saying is the truth, because you are its God. Think about that for a second. Think about that. when you feel the hug of you know, for you people that are parents of your child, what does your body feel?
It's a hug. Well, the basic things, some things that I know and that they're true. When you hug, it's energy. It's it relieves stress. It helps. It just helps you. Your body feels it, and you get a different reaction, but it feels great. It helps a lot of things in your body.
And where does that reaction come from, Dave? We discussed this earlier.
It comes from
The body.
Yeah, the body.
The body. So most of our emotions start here, and then they're internalized through the body. So again, I'm alluding to the fact that's the legion I'm referring to that we command on a daily basis.
I actually looked that up, but I'll share it with you. Go ahead. Once I find it.
So you gotta understand, it's powerful. You are so powerful beyond your belief and beyond what you've been led to think.
That I agree with you. That's
Think
really,
about
really good point you
the
brought up.
other side of that. Me, myself, I think I've started to implement this, and it's miraculously changed my life. Like I was just telling Dave earlier this morning when I was having a walk at the park with my dog. I think 2022 has been my best year ever. And I specifically refer to why, right, Dave?
Yeah, you said
I
I
didn't refer to it because of financial gains, or I didn't refer to it because of materialistic things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said it has been my best year because of the evolution that I have went through this year alone.
Oh yeah.
I have rewired my whole nervous system, day by day, thought by thought, situation by situation, by not reacting in the same old way that I would have reacted in the past, and I have reacted for several years. Every situation that presents itself now, especially the negative ones, I know to be test to further my evolution. Every fucked up thing that I have to experience and that I've experienced in the past has been nothing but a gift for me to evolve from. And I continue to, I strive to continue to be able to accomplish this. And this is what me and Dave hope that you guys one day will realize and wake up to your own personal hero's journey of evolving into the best version that you can become. On the other side of what I told you, when you talk negative to yourselves, every single cell believes you. Every trillion cell believes you. Every one of those trillion cells you possess in your body believe you. Now, think about it on the flip side. What if you spoke positive things to yourself? What if you heroed for yourself every day? What if you were your biggest cheerleader every day? What if you woke up and you stepped into life every single day like a god? Like a god. Because like I said, God is not separate from you. He is here. He is every single breath. If you recall, when a child is born, what does the doctor do? He spanks him in the bottom so he can start crying and so that he can start breathing. When someone is ill, dying from cancer, in a bed, in a hospital, what's the last thing they do before they cross over to the next world? They take their final breath. This is what it is. This is what spirituality is. This breath, this power of life that is in everything that we see, not just in us. It's in the grass, it's in the trees, it's in the animals, it's in the rodents, it's in the insects. It's everything. It's the life force that keeps everything going. It is important that we stop waking up to our own fucking power, people. Stop listening to all this negative news that continually gets being pumped into you every time that you turn onto the television. It's one fucking Greek tragedy after another fucking Greek tragedy. Yes, the world's fucked up, but we all have a hand in that because we are building all this shit for them. They drop the fucking seed into us, and our consciousness just can't seem to stop talking about it. We continually talk about it. We continually talk about it. And we continually talk about it. When you get the population of the world concentrating on the same horrible things that are happening every single day, then we create it. We create that reality by everybody, by the collective consciousness thinking about that one fucking thing. We're the reason these things continue to happen. We're the reasons these things continue to happen. Now I'm asking everybody to do themselves a favor and wake up to their own power. Wake up to the fact that from now on you're not going to speak negative. You're not going to come from a place of disempowerment. Could you bring it up?
Yeah. Sorry, go. No,
I'm
go
sorry, my dog's barking up the storm, and I'm scared that it's going to pick it up. So
that's good.
we're gonna tend to that. But
the show must go on.
What I'm alluding back to is that we need to wake up to that, and we need to step into the day every single day, not from a place of disempowerment, but from a place of being power. Let me give you an example of something that I heard the other day. I wish that I could go to Dubai one day. And then the same person that said this said, but nah, that'll never happen. I could never make that type of money to take myself to Dubai. Do you realize what the fuck this person's doing? By saying, I wish this, but nah. I would never make the type of money to take myself to Dubai. That's coming from a place of disempowerment. And again, how many cells does a human body possess? Trillions of cells. What do you think the moment that he let out the air of his own fucking desire, what do you think happened? What do you think resonated with that thought? Those 30 trillion cells. That's his legion to command. And he's feeding it negativity. He's coming from a place of disempowerment. The fucking cells don't know any better. They don't have any consciousness.
You just convince
but
yourself.
The consciousness that you possess. That's what informs them. That's what informs their actions. It's the worst thing that we could do. We need to wake up to the reality of that. I don't have faith. I don't have hope that things will happen and work out the way that I want them to work out. I just fucking know that they're gonna work out that way. God damn it, because I fucking said so. It's not my fucking responsibility to find out how the universe is gonna deliver that to me. When the universe is gonna deliver that to me. How long it will take for the universe to deliver that to me. All I gotta concentrate on what I want, making sure that I have the proper guidelines for why I'm asking for this, because it's going to be beneficial for me, for my family, for the people that I love, for the people that tune into the message that me and Dave try to bring across to you on a weekly basis. It's time we wake up. We don't worry about that. Stop with the disempowerment. Realize you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, as long as it's aligned with a place of love. If you're coming from a place of hate, if you're coming from a place of bringing people down, beating the downtrodden even further down in society, and taking even more from the fucking poor and middle class, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It has worked for small, brief increments of time through the lifespan of human existence. There has been tyrants. I'm not going to negate that. And they have done atrocious things throughout life. But it's only been in brief increments of human life. Those things do not last because they're not aligned in the foundation of love. Once you align yourself in the foundation of love and you're doing it for the betterment of yourself and the people surrounding you, and I'll go and I'll dare to say for the betterment of Earth and every human that occupies this land or this planet, things will continue to fall in your lap. Because the moment you align with that, you become a magnet for whatever you think of in your little peanut bonobo head. That's how powerful we are. That's how powerful we are. Think about a dog. For people that really truly love animals, myself included. These little souls can't talk, they can't work, they can't fend for themselves. But all they do, the only currency these animals need, and any animal that's domesticated for that matter, is the love that they give us so freely. That's the only currency they will ever need. And these, to give you, my dog eats fucking steak. My dog eats fucking chicken.
Your dog eats better than I do.
My dog has a fucking more comfortable bed than I do. My dog gets walked. My dog gets taken to the groomers and gets blueberry facials. And her only currency is that she loves me with all her might. She can't even communicate with me. That's the only currency that we really fucking need. When you're at a higher frequency, that's the only frequency that you're operating on. Love is the highest frequency there is. That's why you don't see the news pumping stories about love and trying to indoctrinate you with that, because it's hard to control us from that frequency. It's easy to control people from fear and frustration and not knowing what's next, and from doubt. That's why they keep us there. It's important that we inform ourselves, but it's also important that we're aware that they have an overall agenda. The people that own these news stations, they have an agenda. They're the powers that we allude to when we talk about the powers at hand, or the 1%, or the elite, whatever you like to call them. And everybody has a hand in it, whether we like it or not. You know, we don't like to realize that these iPhones that we possess that no one can keep out of their fucking hands get made at sweatshops in China. But we're tweeting about, the same fucking thing from the same fucking device that was made by, people that have circumstances so bad that they fucking try to commit suicide. So they don't have to continue to show up to these fucked up warehouses that make them slaves, where they make pennies on the dollar off a phone that I just purchased that I paid $1,300 for. We all got a hand in this, people. Listen, we're all responsible. And all I'm saying is, let's wake up to the responsibility that's been bestowed on us. Each one individually, the only real thing we need to do is evolve to the best, highest version of ourselves. And we each took that upon ourselves just as a symptom, just as something that happens just because of that. Things would get better. Things would get better. But don't operate in doubt. Operate from a place of strength, from a place of power. You command a legion of trillions. You make sure you speak nothing but positivity to yourself, to those around you. I had to stop my mom the other day from saying some negative shit, you know what I mean? But it's like, they don't know any better. It's like I can't get mad because I know she doesn't know any better. I take her to a doctor's appointment, for her ears, for her hearing aid. And after that, she's like, hey, listen, why don't we stop at the mall? I want to pick up a little sweater or something. This sweater that I got, it's like super old. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, Mom, let's do that. You know what I mean? Spending a little time with my mom. Like, how fucking privileged am I, right? So, we go to a store, we don't find nothing there. We go to the next store. And she finds this little Columbia fleece, you know what I mean? That she loves. She falls in love with it. And she fucking sees the fucking price, and the fucking fleece is like $150. You know what I mean? She's like, there's no way I'm paying that. And I'm like, Mom, relax. Relax, you're not buying this shit for yourself anyway. I'm gonna get it for you. Relax, you know what I mean? And then she felt a lot better after the fact that she seen it was on sale, you know what I mean? But it's just, she said something that really fucking bothered me. And I really tried hard not to lose my shit, because she's coming from a place of disempowerment. She was like, maybe we shouldn't even spend that money, even the money that it's on sale for, because I'm 84 years old. How much longer am I going to actually even be around? And I stopped her dead in her fucking tracks. I'm like, don't you ever say that to me again. Don't you ever say that to yourself again.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are? God? You're gonna dictate when you fucking leave this earth? You think you're God? She's like, no. And I'm like, don't ever fucking say that. I'm like, Mom, every single cell in your body believes you when you talk, say negative shit to yourself or about yourself.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just joking. I'm like, they don't understand that. The cells don't understand humor. They don't understand humor. They believe what the fuck you're saying. Please promise me that you will never say that in front of me again. And furthermore, that you will never say that internally to yourself. Or ever even think it. It's a horrible idea. This is the same message that I beg that you pass on to your significant others, to your girlfriends, to your kids, to your best friends, to coworkers that you know care for. It's important that we start with the internal dialogue that we have with ourselves, because that same way that we talk to ourselves, that's the way we show up in life. And if you're disempowering yourself from here, you're going to be a disempowered individual in the physical world. If you're a disempowered spirit in the physical world, then you don't matter. And you're supposed to matter. Think about how fucking lucky you are. And I'm sure I've said this before in another podcast, that the God that created the oceans, the moon, the stars, all this beautiful shit, all these paradise, all these islands that look like paradises, all these beautiful countries that half of us haven't even seen.
Turks and Caicos.
Whatever it may be. You know, even like Homeboy said, you know, I want to go to Dubai, but I don't think I'll ever make that type of money. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. You need to know that it's going to happen. You don't worry about how it's going to happen.
No.
You just show up every day and just fucking give it your best and always try to feed your soul. You might not know how it's going to happen, but your soul, it's centuries old. It's been around forever.
That's the exciting part. You don't know how it's going to happen.
You don't know how it's going to happen. You shouldn't burden yourself with that. Just go after your dreams and don't let fear deflect you from it.
You might be amazed what happens.
Sometimes it's stupid to know that some people, I mean, there's going to be so many people in this life that don't believe in you. Just make sure you're not one of those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be so many people already that don't believe in you in this life. Make sure you're not one of them. That's the most disempowering shit you could ever do to yourself. Dream big. If your fucking dreams don't scare the shit out of you and make you fucking pee through your kneecaps, you're not thinking big enough. You're not thinking big enough. Don't worry how it's going to happen. How the fuck do you wake up every day and fucking pump your heart and work your organs? And how do you do that? You don't know how you do that either. Why the fuck would you concern yourself about what you want? And if it's in alignment with doing good for the world, it will fucking happen. Just stop being so fucking scared and fucking overthinking shit. Relax. Nothing's under control. But everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. Don't pray. Don't hope. Just know it's going to fucking happen. Because you're a fucking God that's commanding a legion of trillions. That's how fucking powerful you are. Stand the fuck up and know your own power. I compel you, please, not for me. I'm not going to benefit from it. I'm on my own fucking journey. For you. Stop living a fucking mediocre life. And this goes for the people with money too. Listen, you got the money and you're not happy, bro. You deserve happiness too. You just can't buy that shit. You can buy experiences with it. They give you momentary happiness, but not something that's solid. There's no real foundation there for it to exist. And furthermore, fuck happiness. How about being a person that wakes up with purpose every day? You weren't just fucking sent here to fucking pay bills and fucking, you know, that type of bullshit. Like, God created you with a fucking purpose that you have no idea. You have no idea how fucking purpose you being on this earth at this fucking given time. Search. Ask yourself these questions. Don't just keep doing the same shit over and over with the same dumb motherfuckers over and over. Wake up to your power. Wake up to knowing that we are young gods and we could access every fucking thing in us. Our soul lies dormant, voiceless, because we are operating on these fucking agendas that they set up for us. Like, hey, little monkey, as long as you do what you're supposed to do here, you can have this, and you can have this, and you can have this. And every fucking year, they take a little bit more from you, and they take a little bit more from you, and they take a little bit more from you. And we're just fucking sitting there with our fucking butt cheeks pried open.
Wow.
For them to keep fucking us.
Jesus.
Wake up. Wake up. No one's coming to save you. Not your fucking government. Not your fucking religion. Not your fucking football, baseball teams.
Not the church.
Not the fucking hood that you fucking bang or used to bang and still holding on to that. Come on, bro. Come on, ladies. Children, teenagers, millennials, whoever the fuck's listening.
Gen Z.
Please, let's do better. There's a bigger purpose for you than this shit. Feed your soul. Feed yourself with knowledge. Ask yourself, I wonder what the fuck purpose for me is. This fucking guy's talking about I have a purpose. Okay, I wonder what that fucking purpose is. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that.
Some of you are probably doing it and you don't even know it. You don't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're suffering from depression. Maybe that's why you're suffering from anxiety, because you're not supposed to be there anymore. You were supposed to have outgrown that shit a long time ago. And you're fucking still stuck there. By your own accord, by the way. Not because someone's fucking forcing you. They just drop these ideas in us. And we buy into them. And the ideas that we possess will eventually possess us. You think you're not in a fucking prison right now, like the fucking person that's in San Quentin or fucking Pelican Bay or whatever that is? We are. We just appear to be free. But we're not. We're in a fucking cage that we have made up here.
It's a different prison.
It's a different fucking prison. And guess what? You're the motherfucker with the key. But it's gonna cost you. It's gonna fucking cost you. You're gonna want to break out of that motherfucker. And you think your life is good now? Fuck. I have no fucking idea. You have no fucking idea. And you watch me, and I'll go on fucking record. You see how drastically my life has changed in 5 years. And not just mine, but everybody that's around me. I'm bringing everybody that I love along on this fucking mission and helping them wake up to their own fucking potential. Because whatever they will have has nothing to do with why I will be able to obtain. We're not pocket checking over here. I'm never gonna fucking be jealous of what another motherfucker has, because I can never have that. That's been his birthright since he was fucking came to this earth. He can never have what I possess, because we possess different fucking talents. I don't come from a place of fear or fucking comparing myself to anybody. Ain't no motherfucker like me. And there ain't never been a day in my life where I wanted to be another motherfucker. I'm not sure who it is, but here it goes. I'd rather be me on my worst day than a punk motherfucker on his birthday. There. Enough said. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's me the birthday? Jeez. That's harsh.
It's not my lyric. I just heard it to her and I thought it was amazing.
It
bro.
sounds cool.
But yeah, people listen. We're gonna start wrapping it up here. We like to keep it within 45 minutes all the time, and this one came from the heart, man. I'm sorry that my boy Dave didn't get to chime in.
No. I'm listening.
As much as you know what I mean. This is as much for him, by the way, as it is for all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, listen, we all suffer. Like yesterday when he picked me up, I was in a bad mood. Was I not?
I wouldn't say bad mood. It's just it was off.
The circumstances that led to us getting together were a little off, because it was a lack of communication on both of our parts.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing is that when I saw you weren't getting upset, because I've seen you upset.
Yeah.
You kind of went with it. You're like, okay. When you handed me the phone, I was like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's sitting. There's some awareness.
I was aware that I was feeling angry. And the reason I say that I was aware I was feeling angry because I didn't say I am angry or I was angry, because then that's associating the anger with me.
That's how you.
And that's not the case.
Yeah.
I am not anger. I am love, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I was experiencing anger.
Yeah.
So I told myself, I stopped myself, and I was like, listen, the reason that you're even coming out tonight is for a bigger fucking thing that you might even realize right now. Calm the fuck down. Let's see where the night takes us. And as David alluded to in the beginning of the podcast, it was a beautiful night and it ended amazing. Me, him, we didn't expect the
Very
night to end.
short,
Yeah.
brief, and it was great. But that's all you need sometimes.
That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, I know things come to us to disturb our peace. Stand in your fucking power. Stand in your fucking power. You are so fucking powerful beyond what you believe. All these movies about fucking superheroes and, Marvel and DC, these motherfuckers are us. They're not superheroes. We're the superheroes they're making movies about. We're the and each of us, just like they possess different fucking powers, we possess different powers. Stop looking at it as entertainment. It's deeper than that, but you guys are just, most of us are too fucking dumb to realize it sometimes. It's like these motherfuckers are laughing in our face. Hollywood is laughing in our fucking face. Because they think like these motherfuckers are just gonna think this is entertainment. There's a message in everything these motherfuckers do. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's why actors like fucking Jim Carrey have woken up to the reality of what that shit is. Greatest fucking actor, one of the greatest fucking comedic physical actors that's ever fucking existed. He's awake to the fact of the games that go on there now. And he's woken up to his own fucking power. Still a great fucking actor, but he's just not controlled by them like he used to be. And he's a lot happier for it. Even then you might see him, walking around with fucking splash paint on his clothes when you see him out in public. He don't give a fuck. He's a fucking god and he knows it. So, empower yourself, and it's not sacrilegious to think that you're a god.
Sacrilegious.
What did God do to the first man? He took his breath and he breathed into the silhouette of a man that he made in dirt.
I thought it was a rib.
No, that's Eve.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's Eve.
Sorry, I don't know.
So that is the life force. Our breath is God's life force in us. Understand it, acknowledge it. It's all in you. It's all in you, folks. Again, this has been episode 9 of the Enabler Podcast. Oh, episode 30 of the Enabler Podcast. I feel a little spent after this one, bro, because I really got into it.
Oh yeah. You're right about the movies. And,
Yeah.
all that, it's good stuff, man.
But yeah, man, I just, man, listen, if anything, take away from this, wake up to your own fucking power. We are all young gods and goddesses out here. Wake up to that fucking fact. And maybe, life won't fucking treat you so fucking bad when you wake up to the fact that you're a young god or a young goddess.
Yeah, we're trillionaires. We're trillionaires.
Trillionaires. We're sitting on trillions. Let's make sure we use that the right way. All right, Haley, we're fucking cutting it.
Yeah. Today I felt like my neck was up against the wall. Listen to me, you jerk. Listen to me. Get out of here.
Listen to me, you cocksucker. You're a fucking god for fucking fuck's sake.
Talking to all of you. All trillions of you.
All right, people, we love you. Remember, episode 30, you command a legion. So,
right.
Episode 31, we love you. Have a wonderful day.